Hello, Barbara Musser here, and I have some really exciting news that I'd like to share with you. I've been sitting on my hands until we were ready to take registrations for this, but in the meantime, I want to tell you about this because the registration is going to be open in the next day or two. So I'm hosting in January a telesummit called Go Forth and Thrive After Cancer. It's all about how do you put together your life after cancer's in the story. So it's for people with cancer in their story, it's for caregivers of people with cancer, it's for healthcare providers, medical professionals, and the focus of this telesummit is on what it takes to heal, to integrate, to transform, and to feel like a whole person after you have the experience of cancer and its treatments. And you're asking this question, well, now what? How do I go forward in my life? There's a way that for a lot of people, there's a lot of pieces to pick up, and they don't really know how to do that. There are medical treatment plans that are in place and coming into place, which look at the medical aspects. And what I'm focusing on with this telesummit is how to focus on the heart, the mind, the spirit, the emotions, the thoughts, the movement, the intimacy, the sexuality, the communication, the conversations, all those things that have us add up to feeling like a whole person, and many of which are seriously rocked by the experiences of cancer. So I had this idea, which is now coming into reality, to have 20 masters in all these different areas um, add their voices into this series of conversations. So it's me having 20 conversations and interviews with all these masters. And it feels to me like when I was a little kid, every year in the fall, my family received the Sears catalog, and my brothers and I would sit down, each with a different color crayon, and we'd put a circle around all this stuff in the magazine that we wanted for Christmas. Well, we were lucky if we maybe got one of those things, but it was really fun just looking at the catalog. So for me, it's been my wish list of who would these 20 people be. And you know what? Every single one of them said yes. So I know that it's a timely topic. It's really needed. So I'm just going to tell you right now who the speakers are, because I'm so excited, I just can't keep this a secret any longer. So this is not the order that they'll be in, but this is who the speakers are. Marianne Williamson, who is a very well-known spiritual teacher, metaphysician, mystic, New York Times bestselling author. She's going to join us. Matthew Zachary, who's the founder of Stupid Cancer, which is an organization devoted to providing resources for young adults with cancer. Young adults with cancer meaning people diagnosed before the age of 40. Wendy Strigar, who is the CEO of Good Clean Love, which makes personal lubrication and care products for intimacy and sexuality. She's a loveologist, she's an author, and she's a blogger. She's a wonderful person and a great friend. Molly MacDonald, who is the founder of the Pink Fund, which provides financial help to people in active treatment for breast cancer. They are going national, and she was telling me the other day that this month they wrote checks for 83 people to help with their bills. That's just incredible. Amy Regenstrife, who has had a rare cancer, and she helps people to navigate the maze of getting insurance coverage, making sure that you have those kinds of things lined up, and how you deal with ongoing treatment for different cancers. Joni Aldrich, whose husband died from cancer, and so she was a caregiver, and she's written several books about that. She's a radio host. She's going to be talking about it from the perspective of a caregiver. Gary Malkin, who's an award-winning, Emmy award-winning composer, and his work is focused on music as medicine for the heart and soul, all about how music and images can help you to inspire, integrate, and awaken yourself with cancer in your story. Be Utopia, who is a pelvic floor specialist and works with pelvic pain and how you can heal those kinds of things after a cancer diagnosis. Rebecca Katz, who is an extraordinary chef and has written The Cancer Fighting Kitchen and gives the Cancer Fighting Kitchen workshops, is going to be in there. Jan Adrian, who is the founder of Healing Journeys, which produces the Cancer as a Turning Point conferences for 20 years and talking about body, mind, and spirit healing. Lise Alschuler, who is one of less than 100 naturopathic oncologists in the United States and has written two books, the most recent one called Five to Thrive, talking about how to transform your body so that it's inhospitable to cancer. Eileen Barker, who is an attorney and who specializes in mediation and forgiveness, talking about cancer and forgiveness. Denise Koulouris, who is a naturopathic doctor, and her specialty is in women's health issues. Tambra Lane, who is a cancer coach, and Tambra got interested in this because her husband died from lymphoma, and she loved him and nurtured him through that process, and in putting back together the pieces realized that this was something that had been missing for her. Charlie Knox, who's a dating coach and who talks about dating with cancer and how the heck do you manage that if you're single and you want to have sex, and when do you talk about it and when do you not talk about it and how do you navigate all that. Desda Zuckerman, who is an extraordinary teacher and healer and author. She's the founder of a body of work called Core Individuation, which is all about your energy structure. She's just written a new book called Your Sacred Anatomy. And I've been a student and colleague of Desda's for many, many years. And we're going to talk about the things that we found with cancer and the energy structure. Glenn Fletcher, who is a sex educator on the East Coast, working with people individually, doing work very similar to mine. So we're going to be talking about what do you do with different kinds of physical limitations, whether you have an ostomy bag or you have a pulmonary cancer and you can't lie down, those kinds of things. So we're going to get into some really practical tips. Ellen Barnard, who is the co-founder of A Woman's Touch, which is an online store. They have a physical store, lots of resources for intimacy and sexual toys, but also amazing educational resources. We're going to be talking about a vaginal renewal program and about penile restoration after there's nerve damage as a result of cancer surgeries and treatments. And me, I'll be sharing with you about my work about Sexy After Cancer. So it's quite a lineup. Everybody is so generously entering into this conversation. And as I said, it's our gift to you. I'm doing the interviews right now. The calls are going to be replayed on between January 14th and January 25th. And it's all free. The website's going to be up momentarily. As I said, if you want to sign up and join in and listen to these conversations, it's www.cancertelesummit.com. And all you have to do is add your name and email address, and then you're in. And we want that information so that we can let you know who's coming on day by day and where you can go to listen to the recordings. Because after the conversations happen, the recordings of the conversations are going to be available to you throughout the entire month of February. So help us spread the word. I'm so excited about this. I want to reach everybody who can benefit from this. So if you know somebody, tell them about it. Ask them to join in. There's no cost. It's a big, big love offering, a love fest, and it's all about helping you thrive, understanding what that is for you and what are the elements of that for you. So, my friends, can't wait for you to join us on this, and we'll be talking with you more very soon.